Hello, and welcome back to the History Channel. Our planet is a gallery of breathtaking spectacles. We often think of the seven wonders of the natural world, the sheer scale of Mount Everest, the vibrant life of the Great Barrier Reef. These are magnificent, certainly, but grandeur is not the only measure of wonder. There are corners of our world, hidden away from the grand vistas, that possess a strangeness so profound they seem to belong to another realm entirely. If you enjoy exploring the unexplained, do be sure to subscribe and press that bell icon to be notified when we venture into the unknown once more. These are not places of simple beauty, but of deep, perplexing mystery. They are anomalies, glitches in the fabric of our understanding, where the familiar rules of physics and biology seem to bend and sometimes to break completely. We will journey to locations that defy easy categorization, places that have confounded scientists for generations and continue to challenge the very limits of our knowledge. These are the Earth's great enigmas, phenomena so peculiar they feel almost alien in their nature. Prepare to question what you know about the world around you. We are about to explore 10 natural mysteries that are as baffling as they are astonishing. From rivers that vanish into the earth to lights that dance in the sky with no discernible source, these are the stories of a planet far stranger and more mysterious than we could ever imagine. They are nature's unsolved cases, puzzles etched into the very landscape of our world, waiting for an answer that may never come. Our first enigma takes us to the north shore of Lake Superior, in Minnesota, to a place known as Devil's Kettle. Here, the Brule River, a powerful torrent of water, approaches a rocky outcrop and performs an act of geological magic. The river splits in two. One half tumbles over a magnificent 50-foot waterfall, continuing its journey to the Great Lake as expected, but the other half, a significant volume of water, plunges into a deep, stone-rimmed pothole in the rock and simply vanishes. It is a one-way journey into the heart of the Earth, from which nothing seems to return. For decades, geologists and curious adventurers have tried to solve this puzzle. The logical assumption was that the water must re-emerge somewhere, perhaps feeding back into the river downstream, or emptying directly into Lake Superior. To test this, they have thrown all manner of things into the kettle's mauve, brightly colored dyes, thousands of ping-pong balls, even GPS trackers. Yet, none of it has ever been seen again. The dye never colors the river below. The balls never surface. It is as if this portion of the Brule River flows into another dimension, a geological disappearing act that continues to defy all explanation. From the depths of the Earth, we now turn our gaze to the skies above a remote valley in central Norway. This is the Hessdalen Valley, a quiet, sparsely populated place that, for more than 40 years, has been the stage for one of the most persistent and baffling light shows on the planet. Almost every night, strange, silent lights appear in the sky. They can be brilliant white, yellow, or red. Sometimes they are stationary, hovering for over an hour. Other times they dart through the valley at incredible speeds, their movements seemingly intelligent and purposeful. Scientists from around the world have come to Hessdalen, setting up automated research stations equipped with cameras, radar, and spectrographs. They have ruled out aircraft, satellites, and known atmospheric phenomena. One theory suggests they are a type of plasma, perhaps created by the valley's unique geology, which is rich in certain metals, combined with a local atmospheric battery effect. But this remains unproven. The lights of Hessdalen do not conform to any known model. They simply appear, dance their silent, enigmatic ballet across the cold Norwegian sky, and then disappear, leaving only questions in their wake. Now we travel underground to a place sealed off from the rest of the world for 5.5 million years. Discovered by chance in 1986 near the Black Sea coast in Romania, Movile Cave is not just a cave. It is a self-contained world. The air inside is utterly toxic to us, rich in hydrogen sulfide and carbon dioxide, with only half the oxygen of the atmosphere outside. It is a pocket of a primordial Earth, and within its suffocating darkness, life has found a way. but it is life as we have never seen it before. It is a world without sunlight, a kingdom built entirely on chemosynthesis. Instead of photosynthesis, the entire food chain here is based on bacteria that derive energy from chemical reactions, primarily by oxidizing sulfide and methane. These bacteria form mats on the cave walls and water surface, feeding a wholly unique ecosystem. Of the 48 species discovered here, 33 are found nowhere else on the planet. There are blind spiders, spectral white woodlice, and a unique water scorpion, all perfectly adapted to this poisonous, sunless environment. Mobile Cave is a stark reminder that life can flourish in the most extreme conditions, evolving in complete isolation into forms that seem truly alien. Not all of nature's mysteries are ancient. Some are of our own making, modern horrors with consequences that honestly just defy belief. Our journey now takes us to the Ural Mountains of Russia, to a small, unassuming body of water known as Lake Karachay. From a distance, it might look like any other lake, but it is, without exaggeration, one of the most dangerous and polluted places on the face of the Earth. During the Cold War, a nearby secret nuclear facility, Mayak, used the lake as a convenient dumping ground for enormous quantities of high-level radioactive waste. The result is a silent, invisible killer. The lakebed and surrounding shores are so saturated with radionuclides like cesium-137 and strontium-90 that the ambient radiation is astronomical. It has been said that standing on the shore for just 1 hour would deliver a dose of radiation that is invariably fatal. For years, the lake was a state secret, its deadly nature slowly seeping into the groundwater. Today, the lake has been almost entirely filled in with concrete blocks and soil in a desperate attempt to contain its poison. But it remains a terrifying monument to human folly and a permanent deadly stain upon the land. From a place of death, we move to one of improbable life. In the Piedmont region of Italy, near the town of Casorzo, stands a botanical marvel that seems to defy the laws of nature. It is known as the double tree of Casorzo, or Bialbero di Casorzo. At first glance, it appears to be a large mulberry tree, but look closer, up into its branches, and you will see something astonishing. Growing directly out of the top of the mulberry is another tree, a full-grown, healthy cherry tree, complete with its own leaves, branches, and in the spring, its own blossoms and fruit. This is not simply a case of a parasitic plant. This is an epiphyte of an entirely different order. Normally, when a plant grows on another, it remains small, its growth stunted by a lack of nutrients and soil. But here, we have two large, thriving trees, one living on top of the other. It is believed the cherry tree's roots have traveled down through the hollow trunk of the mulberry to find soil below, allowing it to grow to its impressive size. For over 2 decades, these two distinct trees have lived in this strange vertical harmony, a single, beautiful, and utterly perplexing organism. Imagine a town where, without warning, people simply fall asleep. Not for a nap, but for days, sometimes even a week at a time. They can fall asleep while walking, talking, or driving. This was the reality for the residents of Kalachi, a remote village in Kazakhstan. Beginning in 2013, a bizarre and terrifying sleeping sickness began to afflict the population. Victims would suddenly be overcome by an irresistible urge to sleep, and upon waking, they would often suffer from memory loss, severe headaches, and hallucinations. It affected everyone, men, women, and children, sometimes even their pets. An enormous scientific investigation was launched. Doctors, virologists, radiologists, and toxicologists from across the globe descended on the village. They tested the soil, the water, the air, and the people. They ruled out viruses, bacterial infections, and psychological factors. The leading theory eventually pointed to a nearby abandoned Soviet-era uranium mine. It was proposed that elevated levels of carbon monoxide and other hydrocarbons were periodically seeping from the mine and settling over the village, reducing oxygen in the air and inducing this strange narcoleptic state. While the village has since been evacuated, the precise mechanism remains a subject of debate, a terrifying medical mystery. Across the arid grasslands of the Namib Desert, the landscape is marked by a strange and beautiful pattern. From the air, it looks as though a celestial artist has polka-dotted the earth. These are the fairy circles of Namibia. They are millions of perfectly circular, barren patches of red soil, each one fringed by a ring of hardy grass. They range from 2 to 15 meters in diameter, and they are spread with an uncannily uniform distribution, never overlapping, creating a mesmerizing, almost honeycomb-like pattern across hundreds of miles of desert. For decades, scientists have been stumped. Local Himba tradition holds that they are the footprints of the gods, or created by a dragon living beneath the earth. Scientific theories are almost as varied. One popular hypothesis suggests they are the work of sand termites, which clear the vegetation in a circle around their nest to create a reservoir of water. Another compelling theory points to the plants themselves, arguing that they self-organize in this pattern through fierce competition for scarce water. Despite extensive research, neither theory has been definitively proven. The circles remain silent and perfect, one of nature's most elegant and enduring mysteries. Some mysteries are not seen, but heard. In the small desert town of Taos, New Mexico, a portion of the population is plagued by a sound that no one can identify. It is known simply as the Taos hum. Described as a persistent, low-frequency humming or droning noise, it is maddening for those who can hear it. It causes dizziness, nausea, headaches, and insomnia. Yet it is audible only to a small fraction of the residents, roughly 2%. The mystery is twofold. What is creating the sound, and why can only some people hear it? Exhaustive investigations have been conducted. Researchers have brought in sensitive sound detection equipment, but they have failed to isolate any specific acoustic source. They have investigated local industry, power lines, and seismic activity, all to no avail. Some believe it may be a form of low-frequency electromagnetic radiation, or perhaps a neurological phenomenon where the brain itself generates the sound. Whatever its origin, the hum is a very real and distressing phenomenon for the hearers of Taos, a form of invisible torture emerging from the very air they breathe. In the northwest of Venezuela, where the Catatumbo River empties into Lake Maracaibo, the sky puts on a nightly performance of terrifying beauty. This is the home of the Catatumbo lightning, a meteorological phenomenon so intense and persistent it has no parallel anywhere on Earth. For up to 260 nights a year, for 10 hours a night, and up to 280 times an hour, massive electrical storms rage in the clouds above the lake. This is not ordinary lightning. It is a near-perpetual, silent storm, with most electrical discharges occurring from cloud to cloud. For centuries, the lighthouse of Maracaibo has guided sailors, its constant flashes visible for hundreds of miles. But what causes it? The leading theory involves a perfect storm of conditions. Winds sweeping across the lake and surrounding swamps pick up warm, moist air. This air then collides with the cold air descending from the Andes Mountains that flank the basin, forcing it rapidly upward. The presence of methane, rising from the swamps below, is also thought to play a role in destabilizing the air column. But while this explains the ingredients for a storm, it doesn't fully account for the sheer intensity and relentless persistence of the Catatumbo lightning, a storm that simply never seems to end. Deep within the Amazon rainforest of Peru lies a river spoken of in local legends for generations, a river that boils. For years, it was dismissed by geologists as a myth. A boiling river would require a colossal amount of geothermal heat, something only possible near an active volcano, and there are no active volcanoes in that part of the Amazon. But the legend was true. In 2011, geophysicist Andres Russo, guided by his shaman aunt, located the Shanai Timpishka, the boiling river. It is a 4-mile stretch of water so hot that it is deadly. The water temperature averages around 86 degrees Celsius, or 187 degrees Fahrenheit. Not quite boiling, but hot enough to cook any animal that falls into it. Small mammals, reptiles, and birds are poached alive in its steaming current. Ruzo's research suggests the cause is not volcanic, but a vast, fault-fed hydrothermal system. Superheated water from deep within the Earth's crust seems to pour out of fault lines and cracks, heating the river from below along its entire length. It's a geological feature that, according to our current models, simply shouldn't exist where it does. The boiling river is a stark, steaming reminder that even in the 21st century, our planet still holds secrets we are only just beginning to understand. From the depths of a Romanian cave to the stormy skies of Venezuela, we have journeyed to the very edges of scientific understanding. These 10 mysteries serve as a powerful and humbling reminder that we are merely guests on a planet of profound complexity. For every question we answer, the Earth seems to pose a dozen more, hiding its deepest secrets in plain sight. These places challenge our assumptions and ignite our curiosity, proving that the age of discovery is far from over. The greatest wonders are not always the largest, but the ones that leave us speechless, questioning the very nature of the world we thought we knew. Thank you for joining us on this exploration of the unexplained. The world is full of such wonders, and we have only scratched the surface. What natural mystery fascinates you the most? Let us know in the comments below. We read every single one, and your thoughts help shape the journeys we take next. If you found this voyage into the unknown as captivating as we did, please consider liking this video and sharing it with a fellow explorer. And of course, if you haven't already, do subscribe to the History Channel and enable all notifications. You won't want to miss our next expedition, where we will continue to uncover the most astonishing and enigmatic stories our world has to offer. Until then, keep questioning, keep exploring, and never lose your sense of wonder.